Hello and welcome to the introduction of our course for master students called Engineering Conferences, which is all about scientific writing, publishing and communication. As a teaching team of professors and research staff, we have developed this course as a mandatory seminar for master students in the University of Applied Sciences in Germany. When analyzing the starting situation in the first year of a master program, we found that our students usually have some experience in research, as well as some industry experience, and they have already written a couple of reports. However, they usually have minor experience in surveying and evaluating the work of others, and minor experience in scientific communication, especially when it comes to communication in English. They also have rarely used and worked with academic publishing and science resources. To improve the situation with respect to later employability, we looked at 5 different aspects in the development of the course, which I would like to share with you. First, we look at existing concepts to exhibit undergraduate students to special conferences in order to present their work. Taking students out of their usual frame of reference and pushing them beyond their comfort zone is a unique experience which allows to break barriers in the learning process, as well as to dissolve front lines between disciplines and hierarchies. Others have called this opportunity a liminal space, which fosters the development of communication skills as well as the development of identity and personality. However, since the participation in such events is voluntary, it is at the same time a selection process of the most motivated and best students. Second, there are other existing resources to improve writing and communication available to students taking a master degree. However, when we look at a typical engineering curriculum, they are difficult to find. With lab reports and project reports, the students develop some sort of communication ability, but often the primary learning goal is mainly oriented at the technical content. Moreover, the university may offer some additional courses on communication skills, but they are often outsourced from the technical faculties. This not only restricts the benefit of these courses to a few volunteers, but also conveys a strange message. Soft skills are an add-on, and engineers better do not get involved with this too much. With our course, we want to highlight and increase the communication opportunities within the curriculum. We think that A, communication is essential for engineers in terms of employability, and B, that the most authentic way to convey this message is from engineer to future engineer. Third aspect. Since the communication at an academic level is strongly linked to transportation of research results, we take a short look at the long-disputed relation between research and teaching. Whether they fertilize each other or not, they are usually seen as twins and as a privilege of universities. Now, how much teaching and how much research can the student bear? When we look closely at the word research, we find that its very meaning is to search over and over again, fail and retry, which is a very essential part of the learning process. So, in a nutshell, we could say learning is research and research is learning and should be supported by teaching. Directing the focus at the student leads us to the fourth aspect, the application of active learning methods. Our course is aimed at installing the student as the master of her or his learning process. Additionally, we want to feed our class with as much activities around communication process as possible. This means we are incorporating group work, elevator talks, presentations, etc. The fifth aspect looks at the learning process again. Students in a master course will soon drop out of institutionalized learning. Most of them will end up in a job in industry. The role of the student as a learner will change from tourist to hunter. Learning is no longer an all-inclusive approach where information and exercises are served on a plate according to a fixed schedule. Instead, learning becomes a hunt for information and knowledge in a much more informal way. How do we as teachers prepare the student to adapt to this new role? We also try to change our assistant's role so that we are no longer the waiter, but become learning scouts for and with the student. Now, how does our new course look like, which we developed as a mandatory element for all our engineering master students? The basic idea is to take the existing bachelor thesis of each student as their first genuine piece of research, which has to undergo a scientific publishing process in 2 steps: writing a paper and presenting a poster. We simulate the conference participation and walk the student through the publication schedule of an engineering conference in one semester. After getting started, the students work on their paper. The process is modeled in EasyChair, which also helps us to organize the peer review process. Each student in the class has to review 2 papers of fellow students. At the end of the semester, a poster is presented. The poster presentation day is an open event in the entrance hall of the main faculty building, where students explain their posters with a 2-minute teaser. Exam results are based on 3 elements: paper, reviews, and poster presentation. At last, I want to summarize our course development with 5 A's. We adapted the concept of undergraduate conferences to a mandatory master course. We appreciate existing resources on scientific writing, disciplinary research in general, and the existing bachelor thesis in particular. We looked at the agglomeration of research, learning, and teaching. Our course is designed to show the 3 are inextricably interlinked. We apply active learning both as a tool and by placing the student at the center of the learning process. We anticipate the change in the role of the learner at the doorstep to employment and aim to offer a space for experimentation and experience on the way to lifelong learning. We are happy to share further details and the course material. Some of it can be downloaded from our website engineering-conferences.eu. Thanks for listening.